Hello, I'm Jack, a 47-year-old man who has lived through a story of betrayal and resilience. 12 years ago, I was married to Emma, and we had two beautiful children, Anna and Ben. Our life was as ordinary as it could be until one fateful day changed everything. It was a regular morning when I was driving to work. A speeding car from the opposite direction collided with mine, leaving me unconscious. The next thing I remember is waking up in a hospital bed, wrapped in bandages, with a nurse telling me I had been in a coma for 2 days. I was grateful to be alive, but unaware of the storm that was about to hit me. A week into my treatment, the doctor broke the news that my lower body was paralyzed, and I might never walk again. This news was devastating for me and hard for Emma, who now had to manage the household and our children all by herself. Depression soon took over as I grappled with my new reality, confined to a wheelchair. My dreams of playing soccer with my children or dancing with my wife were shattered. In those early days, Emma visited me regularly, bringing Anna and Ben 3 times a week. Those moments with my family were the only rays of hope in my dark world. But as days turned into weeks, her visits became scarce. When I pleaded with her to bring the children more often, she claimed they didn't want to see me so frequently. I felt abandoned and hopeless. One day, Emma handed me divorce papers, stating bluntly that she couldn't spend her life with a handicapped man. "I'm still young and desirable," she said. "I deserve a normal man." Though I had sensed her growing cold, I hadn't expected this so soon. Barely 2 months after my accident, while still in the hospital, I was served divorce papers. Friends told me they had seen her with another man, even before my accident. Some speculated she had an affair all along. Others thought her desperation led her to a wealthy, older man after my accident. I was devastated, wheelchair-bound, destitute, and divorced with no income or savings after paying hospital bills and household expenses. Thankfully, my insurance covered part of my medical costs, but I had to liquidate my savings for the rest. I was left with nothing. I wanted to scream, to curse my fate, but something inside kept me going, perhaps a burning desire for revenge. After being discharged, I moved back to my parents' house. At 35, I was a divorced man with no income, dependent on my elderly mother who ran a small florist shop. Despite her limited income and pension, she offered to support me. It was humiliating for me, a grown man relying on his mother. Soon after my discharge, I tried to visit my children, only to find our house locked. Neighbors informed me that Emma had moved in with her new lover, taking Anna and Ben with her. According to them, her lover was a wealthy, older man who had been divorced 3 times and had no children. Some neighbors labeled Emma a gold digger. When I finally got the address and reached her new home, she refused to let me see the kids, claiming they had already adjusted to calling her boyfriend Daddy. She even threatened me with a restraining order if I persisted. With no money to hire a lawyer, I backed off. I felt disgusted and helpless, pleading with her for another chance, but she dismissed me as a burden. She avoided answering if she had cheated on me before the divorce and told me to stay away from her and the children. Crushed and humiliated, I returned home, crying like a child in front of my mother, who consoled me and encouraged me to rebuild my life. Without direction, I joined her in the florist shop, helping with making bouquets and serving customers. Gradually, I realized the potential to grow the business. Using old contacts, I secured contracts with event management companies and eventually launched my own event management company. It took 12 long years, but I rebuilt my life with my mother's unwavering support. About a year after my accident, I learned Emma was leaving the city with the children and her lover. Desperate to see them, I rushed to their house but was too late. Over the years, I tried to contact Anna and Ben multiple times, but Emma always thwarted my efforts. She had full custody and a wealthy boyfriend to support her legal battles, while I had nothing. Finally, I filed for joint custody as my business stabilized. I was granted 15 days with my children. They were now 17 and 15, and I was nervous and excited to reconnect with them. But Emma did everything she could to object in court. Still, my lawyer presented my case well, and my children wanted to meet me. As the day approached, I felt both nervous and delighted. I wondered if Anna and Ben would be mean and toxic, considering what Emma might have told them over the years. Should I tell them the truth about their mother? I didn't know, but I was determined to make the most of our time together and hopefully rebuild our relationship. The day finally arrived for Anna and Ben to visit me. I stood at the airport, nervously scanning the crowd for my children. When I saw them, my heart skipped a beat. They had grown into beautiful teenagers. Anna, now 17, was poised and elegant, while Ben, at 15, had an athletic build. We exchanged awkward greetings and brief hugs before heading to the car. The drive home was filled with uneasy silence, broken occasionally by small talk about their school and life in the city. I deliberately avoided mentioning their mother, and they didn't bring her up either. When we arrived home, Amy welcomed them warmly. They seemed shocked, as if they hadn't anticipated meeting her. Amy had prepared the guest room for them and laid out our vacation plans. Their reactions were neutral, neither excited nor dismissive. They retreated to their room, and soon after I received a call from Emma. She accused me of tricking our children, claiming that I brought them here to manipulate them against her. I hung up, feeling disoriented and frustrated by her persistent calls. I knew I had to address the elephant in the room. Gathering my courage, I called Anna and Ben to the living room. After some hesitation, they admitted they were upset because Emma had told them I abandoned them. She had filled their heads with lies, making me out to be the villain. I revealed the truth, explaining how she had left me when I was at my lowest, taking them away and refusing to let me see them. I showed them the restraining order and the letters I had written pleading to meet them. They were in tears, regretting believing their mother's lies for so long. Ben admitted that he once tried to reach out to me on social media, but Emma caught him and emotionally blackmailed him into promising never to contact me again. They shared that Emma's boyfriend was never a father figure to them, and that they were often mistreated at family gatherings because Emma and her boyfriend were not married. Hearing about their struggles broke my heart. We hugged each other and cried, finally beginning to heal from the years of separation. Amy suggested we take a family vacation to Florida to bond and create new memories. The trip was wonderful. Anna and Ben warmed up to Amy and her daughter Mia, and we spent quality time together visiting theme parks and enjoying the beach. They posted photos of us on social media, captioning them, "Happy Family." When Emma saw the photos, she called Anna and Ben, berating them for betraying her. She texted me, threatening to cut off all contact if I turned them against her. I ignored her threats and focused on enjoying our vacation. Upon returning, we visited my relatives, who welcomed Anna and Ben with open arms. It was heartwarming to see the old bonds rekindling. As the visit came to an end, Anna and Ben promised to keep in touch despite Emma's threats. They confided that they felt suffocated living with Emma and her boyfriend and hoped to move in with me once they finished high school. I hugged them tightly and bid them farewell, feeling hopeful about our future. Back home, Amy and I discussed the situation. She was supportive and understanding, helping me navigate this new chapter. A month later, I received a surprise visit from Emma. She showed up at my office asking for forgiveness. She admitted that after my accident, she had become desperate and found an older man who promised to support her and the children. She claimed she did it all for their sake, to provide them with a better future. I was taken aback by her sudden appearance and her justifications. She said the man had refused to marry her, not wanting to share his inheritance with my children. She stayed with him because he promised to fund their education. I was infuriated and asked why she didn't give me a chance to recover and support our family. She insisted that she had no choice and that she had done it for the children's well-being. Her pleas fell on deaf ears. I had moved on and built a new life with Amy and Mia. I told her our past was behind me, and her attempts to manipulate me with memories of our wedding and the birth of our children were futile. She crossed a line, claiming that my real family was with her and our children, not with Amy and Mia. I was disgusted by her audacity and made it clear that I loved Amy and Mia and considered them my real family. When Emma refused to leave my office, creating a scene, I threatened to call the police. She finally left, but the encounter left me shaken. I narrated the incident to Amy and my mother, who both supported me. My mother had never liked Emma, calling her selfish and manipulative. She believed Emma had only come back because she heard about the compensation I had received from the logistics company. The next day, Anna and Ben called to check on me. I told them about Emma's visit, and they were furious with her. They assured me they wanted to stay with me and not be manipulated by her anymore. Emma's boyfriend, who had heard about the incident, warned her to stay away from me or face consequences. For once, I felt grateful to him. A few months later, Anna and Ben moved in with me. They wanted to enjoy their college life, so we decided they would stay at a nearby hostel but spend weekends and holidays with us. They had abandoned Emma, who was left with nothing but her boyfriend. I hoped she enjoyed her sugar daddy's company because she had lost everything else. As Anna and Ben settled into their new lives, I focused on making our home a welcoming place for them. We spent weekends together, visiting parks, going to movies, and having family dinners. Amy and Mia fit perfectly into our little family, and the bond between all of us grew stronger with each passing day. One evening, Anna and Ben approached me with a serious look on their faces. They wanted to know more about what had happened between Emma and me. They had been piecing together bits of information from our conversations and from what they remembered, but they needed clarity. I decided it was time to tell them everything. We sat in the living room, and I recounted the entire story. The accident, Emma's abandonment, and how she had refused to let me see them. I explained how she had manipulated the situation to make me look like the villain, and how her wealthy boyfriend had supported her every step of the way. I also told them about my struggles, the support from my mother, and how I had rebuilt my life and started my own business. Anna and Ben listened intently, occasionally wiping away tears. When I finished, there was a long silence. Then, Anna spoke up, saying she felt betrayed by Emma. Ben nodded in agreement, expressing his anger and disappointment. They both promised to never let Emma's lies come between us again. Our relationship continued to strengthen. Anna and Ben excelled in their studies and made new friends at college. They often brought their friends home, and our house was filled with laughter and joy. Amy and I were delighted to see them so happy and thriving. However, Emma's presence loomed in the background. She continued to call Anna and Ben, trying to guilt-trip them into returning to her. They stood their ground, refusing to be manipulated. Emma's boyfriend also grew tired of her antics and threatened to kick her out if she didn't stop meddling in our lives. One day, while we were having a family dinner, Anna received a call from Emma. She ignored it, but Emma kept calling. Finally, Anna answered and put the phone on speaker. Emma's voice was frantic as she begged Anna to come back, claiming she couldn't live without her. Anna calmly told her that she had made her choice and was happy with her new life. Emma's pleas turned to threats, but Anna remained firm, hanging up on her. After the call, Anna broke down and we all comforted her. She expressed her frustration with Emma's inability to accept reality and move on. Ben, too, shared his feelings of anger and sadness. We assured them both that they were loved and supported, and that we would always be there for them. Despite Emma's constant interference, we managed to maintain a sense of normalcy. Our family vacations, holiday celebrations, and everyday moments were filled with love and joy. Amy and Mia were an integral part of our lives, and I couldn't imagine our family without them. As the months passed, I continued to build my business, and it flourished. We took on more contracts, and I expanded our team. Amy, with her expertise in interior design, played a crucial role in our success. We became a well-known name in the event management industry, and our hard work paid off. One evening, as we were celebrating a successful project, I received a call from my lawyer. He had great news. The court had ruled in our favor, and I was awarded substantial compensation for the accident. This news was a turning point for us. Not only did it provide financial security, but it also felt like a vindication of all the struggles I had endured. We decided to celebrate by taking a trip to Europe. It was a dream come true for all of us, and we spent 2 weeks exploring new places, creating unforgettable memories. Anna and Ben were thrilled, and their excitement was contagious. Amy and Mia were equally delighted, and we cherished every moment of our adventure. Upon returning, I focused on another important matter, securing permanent custody of Anna and Ben. With the compensation money, I could now afford the best legal representation. My lawyer assured me that we had a strong case, given Emma's history and the children's desire to live with me. The court proceedings were grueling, but I was determined to fight for my children. Anna and Ben testified, sharing their experiences and expressing their wish to stay with me. The judge listened carefully, considering all the evidence. Finally, the day of the verdict arrived. My heart pounded as we stood in the courtroom, waiting for the judge's decision. The judge ruled in our favor, granting me full custody of Anna and Ben. It was a moment of immense relief and joy. We hugged each other tightly, tears streaming down our faces. The years of struggle and heartache had finally led to this moment of triumph. With the legal battle behind us, we focused on building a bright future. Anna and Ben continued to excel in their studies, and our family life was filled with happiness and stability. Emma, defeated and isolated, eventually stopped her attempts to interfere. Her boyfriend, tired of the drama, ended their relationship, leaving her to face the consequences of her actions alone. Despite everything, I chose to approach the situation with compassion. I explained to Anna and Ben that while their mother's actions were unforgivable, holding on to anger and resentment would only harm them. They deserved to move forward with their lives, free from the shadows of the past. In the end, we emerged stronger, our bonds fortified by the trials we had faced together. Amy, Mia, Anna, Ben, and I were a true family, bound by love and resilience. The journey had been long and arduous, but it had led us to a place of peace and happiness. As our lives continued to stabilize, an unexpected twist arose, putting our newfound peace to the test. Emma, who had been quiet for some time, suddenly reappeared with a dramatic plea for forgiveness. She arrived at my office looking disheveled and desperate and begged me to take her back. She claimed that she had realized her mistakes and wanted to reunite our family. Emma's unexpected appearance left me both angry and confused. I listened as she poured out her story, claiming that her relationship with the wealthy older man had soured. He had finally grown tired of her and thrown her out, leaving her with nothing. She was now alone and penniless, a stark contrast to the life of luxury she had once chosen over our family. I couldn't help but feel a mix of anger and pity. Emma had caused so much pain, not just to me but to Anna and Ben as well. Her actions had left deep scars, and now she was seeking redemption. She insisted that she had done everything for the children's future, but her reasoning rang hollow to me. I asked her why she had never sought a job or tried to rebuild our life together. Her response was evasive and unsatisfactory. I told Emma that while I could find it in my heart to forgive her for my own sake, I could never forget what she had done to our children. They were the ones who had suffered the most, torn between loyalty to their mother and the truth about her betrayal. Emma pleaded with me to let her see Anna and Ben, but I was firm. Any decision about her involvement in their lives would be up to them. That evening, I sat down with Anna and Ben and told them about Emma's visit. They were understandably upset. The wounds from her betrayal were still fresh, and they weren't ready to forgive her easily. We discussed the possibility of meeting her, and they decided they needed time to think it over. A few days later, Emma called again, this time asking if she could meet with Anna and Ben to apologize. I relayed the message to them, and after much deliberation, they agreed to see her. We arranged a meeting at a neutral location, hoping it would provide a safe space for the difficult conversation that was to come. The meeting was tense. Emma apologized profusely, tears streaming down her face as she tried to explain her actions. She expressed regret for abandoning them and admitted that her pursuit of wealth and security had blinded her to what truly mattered. Anna and Ben listened quietly, their expressions a mix of anger and sadness. Anna was the first to speak. She told Emma how much her betrayal had hurt, how it had felt to be abandoned by her mother. Ben followed, sharing his feelings of anger and confusion and the years he had spent trying to understand why she had chosen another man over their family. Emma wept, apologizing repeatedly and begging for another chance. Despite their pain, Anna and Ben showed remarkable maturity. They told Emma that while they might eventually forgive her, it would take time. Trust was not something that could be rebuilt overnight. They needed to see genuine change and effort on her part. Emma promised to work hard to earn back their trust, but they remained cautious, wary of being hurt again. Over the next few months, Emma made an effort to show that she was sincere. She found a job, started attending therapy, and tried to be more involved in Anna and Ben's lives, respecting their boundaries and giving them the space they needed. While the path to reconciliation was slow and fraught with challenges, it was a start. Meanwhile, our family continued to thrive. Amy, Mia, Anna, Ben, and I grew closer, enjoying the simple pleasures of everyday life. We celebrated birthdays, holidays, and milestones together, creating a treasure trove of happy memories. My business flourished, and we continued to build a stable, loving home. One day, as we were preparing dinner, Ben approached me with a thoughtful look on his face. He said he wanted to give Emma a chance to prove herself, to see if she could truly change. Anna echoed his sentiment, though she was more hesitant. They both agreed to keep their expectations low, but felt it was worth exploring. We arranged another meeting with Emma, this time at our home. Amy and Mia were supportive, understanding the importance of this step for Anna and Ben. Emma arrived, nervous but hopeful. We sat down together and discussed the future, setting clear boundaries and expectations. Emma apologized again, expressing her gratitude for the opportunity to make amends. She promised to respect our family dynamic and to work hard to rebuild trust with Anna and Ben. While the journey ahead was uncertain, we were all committed to making it work. In the months that followed, Emma made steady progress. She attended every therapy session, worked diligently at her job, and made genuine efforts to connect with Anna and Ben. She respected their boundaries and gave them the space they needed. Slowly but surely, the walls of resentment began to crumble, replaced by cautious optimism. Amy and I continued to support Anna and Ben through this process, always ready to step in if needed. Our family remained strong and united, weathering the ups and downs together. We knew that forgiveness and healing were long journeys, but we were committed to walking them together. As time passed, our family dynamic continued to evolve. Emma's efforts to rebuild her relationship with Anna and Ben showed progress. She attended every family gathering she was invited to, and while the initial meetings were filled with tension, there was a noticeable shift. The children began to see that their mother was genuinely trying to make amends. Anna and Ben appreciated the effort Emma was putting in, but they also understood that true healing would take time. They remained cautious, setting clear boundaries and taking things one step at a time. Emma respected their pace, never pushing them beyond their comfort zones. Meanwhile, my relationship with Amy and Mia grew even stronger. Amy and I worked side by side to expand our event management business, which was now one of the top firms in the region. Mia, now a vibrant and energetic teenager, thrived in her school and extracurricular activities. The house was often filled with the sounds of laughter and joy, a stark contrast to the dark days of my past. Despite the progress, there were moments of doubt and tension. Emma's presence in our lives sometimes stirred up old wounds, and there were days when Anna and Ben struggled with conflicting emotions. Amy and I made it a point to be there for them, providing a safe space where they could express their feelings without judgment. One such moment occurred when Emma invited Anna and Ben to spend a weekend with her. They hesitated, unsure if they were ready to take that step. After much discussion, they decided to give it a try. Amy and I supported their decision, reassuring them that they could always come back if things didn't go well. The weekend visit was a mix of emotions. Emma went out of her way to make them feel comfortable, planning activities that they used to enjoy together. There were moments of laughter and genuine connection, but also moments of awkwardness and unresolved tension. By the end of the weekend, Anna and Ben felt a sense of cautious optimism. They could see their mother's efforts and were willing to give her more chances. Back at home, we discussed their experience. They shared the highs and lows, and we helped them process their feelings. It was clear that while there was still a long way to go, the path to healing was now visible. As part of their continued efforts to reconcile, Emma suggested family therapy sessions. Anna and Ben agreed, seeing it as a chance to address lingering issues in a safe and structured environment. The sessions were challenging but ultimately beneficial. They allowed everyone to express their feelings openly and work through the pain of the past. One of the most significant breakthroughs came during a session where Anna confronted Emma about the day she left. Anna had always felt that her mother had abandoned her for selfish reasons, but during the session, Emma revealed her deep-seated fears and insecurities. She admitted that she had been overwhelmed by the responsibility of caring for a paralyzed spouse and young children, and in her desperation, she had made terrible choices. This revelation was a turning point. Anna and Ben began to see their mother not just as someone who had wronged them, but as a flawed human being who had made mistakes. While this didn't erase the pain, it opened the door to understanding and compassion. As the therapy sessions continued, Emma's relationship with Anna and Ben grew stronger. They began to spend more time together, not just in structured settings, but also in casual, everyday activities. They went to movies, shared meals, and even took short trips together. Each positive interaction helped rebuild the trust that had been shattered. Meanwhile, our family life remained vibrant and fulfilling. Amy and I celebrated every milestone, from business achievements to personal victories. Mia flourished in her endeavors, bringing endless joy to our lives. Our home was a sanctuary of love and support, where everyone felt valued and cherished. One day, Anna approached me with a request. She wanted to invite Emma to one of our family gatherings. It was a significant step, indicating her willingness to integrate her mother into our new family dynamic. Amy and I discussed it and agreed, recognizing the importance of this gesture. The gathering was a mix of nervous anticipation and cautious optimism. Emma arrived, visibly anxious but determined to make a positive impression. To everyone's relief, the event went smoothly. There were moments of genuine connection, and Emma made a sincere effort to bond with Amy and Mia. It wasn't perfect, but it was a start. As the months passed, the new normal began to take shape. Emma's place in our lives was not as a central figure, but as a part of the extended family. She attended important events and was included in family activities, always respecting the boundaries set by Anna and Ben. Our family continued to thrive, embracing the complexity of our relationships with grace and resilience. Amy and I remained deeply committed to each other, our love strengthened by the challenges we had overcome. Mia, Anna, and Ben formed a close-knit trio, supporting each other through thick and thin. One evening, as we sat around the dinner table, Anna raised her glass and made a toast. She thanked us for our unwavering support and expressed her gratitude for the healing journey we had all embarked on. It was a poignant moment, a testament to the strength of our family bonds. In the end, our story was one of redemption and resilience. We had faced unimaginable challenges and emerged stronger, united by love and forgiveness. While the scars of the past would never completely fade, they served as reminders of our journey and the strength we had found in each other. Emma's presence in our lives was a reminder of the complexity of human relationships and the power of forgiveness. Our family, once fractured by betrayal, had been pieced back together, creating a mosaic of love, understanding, and hope. The final chapter of our story began with a sense of hope and renewal. Emma's continued efforts to mend her relationship with Anna and Ben had begun to bear fruit. She was no longer the estranged mother, but rather a part of their extended family. While she would never regain the central role she once had, her presence was accepted and even welcomed in certain aspects of our lives. As Anna and Ben approached their college graduation, I couldn't help but reflect on how far we had come. They had grown into remarkable young adults, resilient and strong, despite the tumultuous years they had endured. Our family had faced numerous trials, but we had emerged stronger and more united than ever. Anna and Ben decided to stay close to home for college, choosing a university in our city. This allowed us to maintain our close-knit family dynamic, with frequent visits and shared dinners. Amy and I were proud of their achievements and grateful for the opportunity to continue supporting them as they embarked on this new chapter of their lives. Our business continued to thrive, thanks in large part to Amy's vision and expertise. We expanded our services, taking on larger and more prestigious events. Our success was a testament to our hard work and the solid foundation we had built together. Mia, too, was thriving, excelling in her studies and extracurricular activities. Her vibrant personality brought joy and laughter to our home. Emma, having rebuilt her life, found stability in her new job. She continued her therapy sessions and worked hard to be a better mother. She respected the boundaries set by Anna and Ben, always seeking their approval before making any major decisions. Over time, the cautious optimism they had felt towards her grew into a more stable, albeit tentative, relationship. One of the most significant moments in our journey came when Anna and Ben decided to invite Emma to a family vacation. This was a major step, signaling their willingness to fully integrate her into our extended family. We chose a serene beach destination, a place where we could relax and create new memories. The vacation was a resounding success. We spent our days lounging on the beach, exploring local attractions, and enjoying each other's company. Emma's presence was a reminder of how far we had come, and her efforts to rebuild her relationship with Anna and Ben were evident. There were still moments of tension, but they were far outweighed by the moments of genuine connection and joy. Back home, our lives settled into a comfortable rhythm. Emma continued to be a part of our family gatherings, always respecting the boundaries and making a genuine effort to bond with everyone. Amy and I remained deeply committed to each other, our love strengthened by the challenges we had overcome. One evening, as we sat around the dinner table, Ben made an announcement. He had been offered an internship at a prestigious company, a stepping stone towards his dream career. We celebrated his achievement, proud of how far he had come. Anna, too, had exciting news. She had been accepted into a competitive program that would allow her to study abroad for a semester. These milestones were not just personal victories. They were testaments to the resilience and strength of our family. We had faced immense challenges, but we had also experienced tremendous growth and transformation. Our bonds, once fragile, were now strong and unbreakable. Emma's journey towards redemption had not been easy, but it had been worthwhile. She had regained a measure of respect and trust from Anna and Ben, and her relationship with them continued to improve. She was a reminder that people could change, that mistakes could be forgiven, and that healing was possible. As the years went by, our family continued to thrive. We celebrated countless birthdays, holidays, and milestones together, always cherishing the moments we shared. Our home was a sanctuary of love and support, a place where everyone felt valued and cherished. Looking back, I realized that our journey had been one of profound transformation. We had faced betrayal, heartbreak, and unimaginable challenges, but we had also experienced healing, growth, and renewal. Our family, once fractured, had been pieced back together, creating a beautiful mosaic of love and resilience. The story of our family was not just about overcoming adversity. It was about the power of love, forgiveness, and the unbreakable bonds that held us together. We had learned that even in the darkest of times, there was always hope, always a chance for redemption. In the end, we emerged stronger, united by the trials we had faced and the love we had for each other. Our family, once shattered, was now whole, and our future was filled with endless possibilities. As we moved forward, we carried with us the lessons we had learned, the importance of compassion, the strength of forgiveness, and the power of love. Our journey was far from over, but we were ready to face whatever came our way, knowing that we had each other. And so our story continued, a testament to the enduring strength of family, the resilience of the human spirit, and the transformative power of love.